Sabrina Carpenter's makeup artist Carolina Gonzalez just posted the exact product she used for her festival look. Of course, you have to recreate it. Starting with the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Foundation, one of my all-time favorites. This will give us that even, gorgeous base. And she uses the Luminous Silk Concealer. I'm gonna take this under my eyes and anywhere that I have some blemishes. I used shade 5 in the foundation and 1.5 in the concealer. Now for blush, she actually used one of Armani Beauty's new Luminous Silk Cheek Tint shade, 12 Rosy Nude. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this on the cheeks and also use it as a color corrector. So I'm also gonna apply a little bit under my eyes, and she mixes in shade 50.5 Rosy Peach. Let's blend these two in together first. Those two mixed are stunning. I'm gonna take the same brush, blend that in to the concealer, seamlessly drag it out to the blush. That way it's all cohesive. I'm loving this new nude peachy cheek era for her. Love these blushes because of how well they blend out and how skin-like they look. The eyes, she uses the Armani Beauty Eye Tint, mixes shade 30M and 25M all across the lid and into the crease. For her eyeliner, she uses shade 99M in the eye tint. These are so long lasting, so using it as an eyeliner was so smart. Also line that lower lash line as well. She used shade 67S on the inner corners. Finished off the eye with the Vertigo Lift Mascara. For lip, she used the Lip Power Matte in the shade 207 and a touch of another one of their new cheek tint shades, 13 Brick Brown. There you go. That is my recreation of Sabrina's festival look, and you guys can shop these new shades exclusively at Sephora.
You say slow down. I don't like to move too fast. It drowns the truth with things that are not real, and I really want us to be real with love that lasts. In the past I messed up, gave too much. What is it with time? Why can't we unwind? And all the hurt.
Today I'm turning myself into Sabrina Carpenter, or I'm gonna try to. I've been wanting to recreate her makeup for so long now. Since I just got my blonde refresh, I figured what better time than now. Her makeup is always super glowy, so I'm starting with the MAC Strobe Cream. And for the base, start off with some Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Just got a fresh new bottle of this. I really don't think this is gonna be that hard for me because, to be honest, makeup always looks very similar to the way I do my own makeup. I'm gonna use a touch of this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation just for a little bit more coverage. Hourglass Concealer on the inner corners, swooping it up towards the outer corners, a little bit in the T-zone. Her under eyes are always very bright, so we're gonna brighten them up even more a little bit later. But for now, for contour, I'm gonna bring it out a little further than I normally do, kind of curve it up to make my cheekbones a little bit more rounder like hers. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna contour my nose to give it that button nose effect and blend. She's always wearing a bright bubblegum pink blush, which is also my favorite. I feel like this one from Kylie Cosmetics is perfect. It's in the shade Breakfast in Bed, and I'm gonna focus this on the apples of my cheeks. When you smile, you can like really find them. Obsessed with using this blush. It's so good. To brighten up my inner corners, I'm gonna take some of this Huda concealer and put just a little bit more on the inner corners and blend. Time to set with powder. I'm not gonna put as much powder as I normally would because she's always very glowy and radiant. For powder blush, I'm gonna start with this one from Too Faced, focusing it on the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna layer on a little bit of this NARS Blush in Thrill just over top on the apples of my cheeks. Cute. Her highlight is always so stunning. I mix a little bit of these two from this Hourglass palette. Just kind of go all over my cheekbones, up to my brow bone. Of course on the nose. For the eyes, I'm going to take some of this soft brown from the Makeup by Mario palette and just put this on my crease. Gonna deepen up the outer corner ever so slightly with a darker brown. Her inner corners are always super bright, very glittery, shimmery. Take a little bit of this NYX Jumbo Stick, the shade Vanilla Ice Cream. I'm gonna start putting this on my inner corner, evenly blend it onto my lid. I'm even gonna go back in with that bright white highlight, set it in place with a powder. I feel like her makeup is super frosty. I love it. I finish off the eye with a sharp wing. Of course, press on the lower lash line. A little of that NYX Jumbo Stick in my waterline. Obviously finishing it off with some mascara. For the lip combo, I'm using this Kosas lip liner in the shade Supreme and using the little brush on the other side to kind of blend it out. Layering a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium 2. And for the center, this Too Faced lipstick in Chocolate Strawberry. A touch of this Huda Beauty lip gloss in Sugar Baby. And a drop of e.l.f. lip oil. Here is the finished makeup look. Now let's take out the hair. This was so much fun. Let me know what you guys think and which makeup look should I try and recreate next.
Say slow